Ho. Hello. All right. Everybody see and hear me okay on the live stream? Everybody see and hear me. Let me know. Jason, Lechnick, JK, Lawrence Johnson, Anthony Motor City. What's up? Aaron Sky. Get it going. Boom. Mm. Mm. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday. Hello from Melbourne. What's up? Maxwell was denied bail. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I got that denied. I got that ready to go. I was gonna start at 5:30, but I was just finishing that up. So share this out on your social media, ladies and gentlemen. Let the world know. Boom, boom, pow, boom, 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 boom. Maxwell didn't kill herself. Oh, God. My voice is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you. I'm just getting... Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. What? Yeah, Maxwell was denied bail. Hold on, I'm gonna post this on the Instagram. Hello. Boom. Were you live with Lee Camp earlier? No, we recorded that last Friday, and then I cut that up into clips, and then we're releasing that. The goal is that Government Secrets is an audio podcast, too. We just released episode 2. The goal is to release the audio every Monday and the clips like throughout the weekend on the Monday. Yeah. Hey, Graham, how's it going? Is the USA still demonstrating? We're not getting a lot of news about it here in New Zealand. Yeah, there's still protests and stuff going on. It's happening all over the place all the time. So it's kind of never ending. Yeah. Eric O, Grandma, what is the CPD company you use? I crashed hard MTB today and want to try. Okay. The company I use, it's Arno from the Jimmy Dore Show. It's rarenaturalscbd.com. Use coupon code Gotham, and you'll save 30%. And it's great. I like it. It gives me a sense of relaxation, supports a healthy lifestyle. It's good to use if you've been working out a lot. Helps me sleep. It's good for that. So rarenaturalscbd.com. Coupon code Gotham. Save 30%. Sean Atwood live streamed Jalene's bail hearing. Maria Farmer's sister was speaking at the hearing. Yeah, I was trying to watch it. It was up. I was on. It was like before I got up this morning. I'm gonna go into it. Because I've heard some people talk about it. Some victims were live tweeting it, and but I didn't. There's no photos. I can't find a single photo or video of it, so that's what I find to be odd. So. Ricky, don't lose that number. It's actually 18-911-9119. You got it, Erica. Hope that helps. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Like it up. Like it up. Like it up. Check out the CPU. Oh. Boy. That's really... Someone's on Twitter like, "Are you going live tonight? Like, just check my feed." It's all over there. It's all over there. So join us. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 111 people watching. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm sorry. So many people say they don't get the notification. I don't know what. I wish I had a better answer to that. We have crossed 70,000 subscribers. We're about to cross 71,000. I don't know. YouTube just turns the switch on and off. So it's crazy, and a great way to support the show is do what CR just did. Hit the super chat button, folks, for as little as just a buck. Help support the show. If everybody watching gave a couple of bucks, if everybody watching just gave $1 or $2, we'd be golden. Hit the like buttons. Thank you, CR, for supporting the show. I appreciate it. I bailed this CNN quack doctor from Michigan. I baited this CNN quack doctor from Michigan in defending Fauci's lies on Twitter yesterday. Nice. Am I live now? Yes, I am. Graham, I just looked on Twitter. Didn't see you until just now. I always check before I ask you. Yeah, I tweeted it out as soon as I went live. So it's tweeted out a couple of times. I've been live for 13 minutes now. Sorry you didn't get it. 867-5309. Narwhal Tacos. I get notification for uploads, but not the live show. Yeah, if YouTube stop fucking around, 70,000 subscribers should all get a notification. I would probably have 1,000, 1,500 people watching right now. But it's just like, it's so hard, man. They should be live streaming Jalise Self for 24/7, yeah. Graham should get a bigger CPU table so he doesn't have to look down and see the laptop. Yeah. You crew by YouTube and so on time. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's so frustrating with YouTube, man. Not everybody even gets notifications when I drop videos. Everyone should be getting notified that I'm live right now. Like everybody. That's it's crazy. It is frustrating. All right. Join us. All right. 149 watching, 68 likes. Anyone seen your mugshot yet? Nope. The future will be eco-socialist because without eco-socialism, there will be no future. Joel Covell, imagine living a socialist USA. I know. No mugshot, no bail. It's not a bad thing, really. Just a suggestion. I know some people follow the chat on their phone. Live show with Ron this Saturday. No, Ron's taking a little bit of vacation. Might be a couple weeks or so. Redneck Economics, what's up? Stevie, how you doing? I thought the video was frozen for a second there. It's just me. This will always make the chat go nuts if I just start talking and then suddenly just freeze. I'll just be like, "Guy, we had a great show." See, I blinked. That's when you know it wasn't a real freeze. My favorite thing to do. Do you think they'll evict the projected 23 million in September? I mean, I know Lee Camp was tweeting about that, and it's like, it's all these people. You know, it sounds like they're going to stop the $600 unemployment, the pandemic unemployment. So I don't know what I'm like perplexed as to what's going to happen in this country come September and October, and November and beyond. I don't know. I mean, unless they're just like, they're either naive or they're wanting there to be just like in rent riots and strikes and uprising. I don't know. I really don't know what I wish I had a better answer, but I'm just like, it's insane. So it's going to take people really doing serious rent strikes and pressuring the local governments to get money from the feds. I don't know how else they're going to do it. I really don't. It's insane. The AI is bugged. They have known for some time now. However, their idea of fixing it is creating yet another app to cover that you don't see it. Right. The future will be eco-socialist. We talked about that. Respianado. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Thank you for supporting the show, folks. Really appreciate it. Hit the like button. Yeah, they say the virus gets worse than the weather gets cold. If there were a way for maximum freedom and a social safety net to keep everyone in a comfortable living with no homelessness or hunger, democratic societies usually vote authoritarian eventually, though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think they'll extend it, but it'll be less, but it feels scary to trust them. Oh, I know. Joe, just trust the government. Like, just like, God, get a backyard, grow your own food, I guess. Hey, Hydra, what's up? Been saying it for over 40 years. Republicans love to make people suffer, makes them feel powerful and important. Yeah. Disabled veteran here, another generation being left to die in the streets. Oh, man. I'm sorry, John. And unfortunately, you're right, which is just insane. Joe Biden voted for the Iraq war. I know. All I know is they're building a bigger snowball. The second stimulus is supposed to have fewer resources. I know. CARES Act prohibits stock buybacks by corporations, so corporations are now unloading bad corporate debt on the Federal Reserve for the first time in history. They accomplished the same thing. Bubble. I know. Man. YouTuber CGP Gray has a great explanation video of how YouTube advert funding for creators works. Good to know. Yeah. Truth to treat is white. Democrat and public. Democrats are no better than Republicans. Do you feel our society is heading into a socialist democracy? Well, the ruling class is not going to give up their power very easily. And so they're just doubling down on all of their brutality and austerity and all this stuff. And so the people are just going to force it. They're going to force this. They're going to force this. So I feel like, yeah. So the short answer is yes. That's what I think. Yeah, Hydra, I'm good. Edwin Dunning vaccine tested in the U.S. We already are in a socialist society. For the rich, you got that right. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. 208 viewers, 86 likes. Anthony, shave your knuckles for justice. When the oligarchy throws you lemons, roll a blunt. Thanks for supporting the show. Emblemed Fate. You're making Gotham great again. We need to be like the Tea Party progressives. Need a Malcolm X, a real revolutionary. Bernie's not our daddy. He's a wuss. Oh, I know. I mean, it'd be great if we had. I mean, it's going to take all of us. But yeah. I've been saying this for 3 years. The progressives needed to act more like the Tea Party in terms of not, but that's what, that even getting the squad in there and AOC and everybody. And then they just buckle, man. They just buckle to Nancy Pelosi and Schumer and everybody. So they can't even resist within their own party. They're just such suckers, man. It's like what Malcolm X said. He goes, if you vote for the Democratic Party, you're a chump. He said it. You're a chump. Oh, man. Yeah, get rid of the Fed. The rich stealing from the working class and hoarding the world's resources is in no way socialism. No, I think catastrophic climate change will increase totalitarianism. You know, unfortunately, Aaron Sky, you may be right. I hope not. But yeah, that's what I worry about is that as the environment collapses and people just are, and there's more economic stress, which we're going to have in this country because of the pandemic, the quarantine, then they're just going to double down on totalitarianism. But the thing that was interesting, when they started rolling out, when all these cities like Santa Monica, where I was living, and Los Angeles lost control of the city and they rolled in the National Guard, so many National Guard people were like, I didn't sign up for this. So if it really came down to it, I think many National Guard people would just like lay down their weapons and go, nope, I ain't doing this. It happened in Russia in the 90s. So I think they're just going to see these mobs of people and go, I identify more with the mobs of people than this. And but I don't know. It's going to be nuts, man. There's going to be totalitarian shutdown stuff. There's going to be amazing changes. It's going to be a crazy time. MLK has left the chat. Malcolm X has entered the chat. Check out Redneck Economics. Check out Stevie's show. Yeah, the reason people liked Bernie in the first place is because he stood up to those people over the years, and then he backed down. I know, it's so true. It's like we all were like, oh yeah, that's why we loved We love Bernie, and he's going to keep fighting, and then he's like stopped fighting again. We can totally shift our workforce in the blink of an eye. About 5 years to completely overhaul our workforce, and puts everyone to work in the meantime as well. Yeah, there's so many great solutions out there, and we're gonna have to force them. The powerful won't go down with a fight, and too many liberals agree with them. Oh. In my opinion, the military isn't going to side with the peasants. Well, I don't know. The National Guard, who just they were regular, a day ago they were, working in an auto zone or something, and now they're those folks. I don't know. The people who are active duty. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. Perny had my vote till he said my good friend Joe Biden. I knew that it was fixed. I know. The stupidest thing Trump said is that the cares are going up because the cases are going up because cases are going up in Florida. Trump. I mean, Trump says 15 dumb things a day. It's just unreal. It's unreal. It's such a joke. The mosquitoes in Minnesota are so bad. I just got West Nile, Zika, and I'm now going for the trifecta with rabbit Ebola. Oh, why would everyone cave the way they did? What the fuck is going on? I know, it's crazy. Military is brainwashed to do what they're told. Yeah. Honestly though, I think some people within the military, if they're like on the streets fighting American citizens, some of them will just be brainwashed and do what they're told and just look at everybody like an enemy combatant. Some people go, wait a minute, I didn't sign up to fight Americans. It'll be nuts, man. Yeah. Did another officer get chopped up in Fort Bragg? Boy, I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything from that, but coffee warm oil. Warm oil for strong bones. Thank you, Granny Petrol. She's in the live chat. 104 likes, everybody. Hit the like button. We have the greatest science working on the virus, Trump. Oh, God. I can't even. I barely can listen to that guy. Yeah. I know. I hope I'm right, too. I don't want to, like... there's so many just bizarre collapse scenarios we could have here that are just like, oh, man. John Smith, thank you for supporting the show. Progressive cheers. White people are made minorities in their own countries around the world. Oh, no white nationalism, buddy. You're in the wrong place. You're on the wrong side of it. You're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of Jesus. You are on the wrong side of all of it. You are on the wrong side of all of it. So, my uncles fought fascists and white nationalists in World War II. So if you're talking that crap, you are actually spitting on the grave of World War II people that died. American soldiers that fought for this country in World War II, you're spitting on their grave. Yeah, there's no white countries. Yeah. As I've said, race is a construct. At least the murder hornets aren't a thing. If Joe Biden is Bernie's friend, I'd hate to see who his enemies are. Granny Petrol's here. Biden can string a sentence together. The words might be a random babbling. Yeah. Write-in is still accepted. May I suggest Bernie so we can get more decent people in the house? Yeah. Electrolytes. You mean European countries? Haha. I made some bullets for air marshals that wouldn't pierce airplanes. The army showed up and was all pissed that they could not use them. Crazy. Jesus would be good at golf. Yeah, Biden has already picked Larry Summers as his economic advisor. Game over. Jesse Ventura for the win. All right. All right. Where is it? All right. Hold on a sec, folks. All right. We got... Oh, where's that story? I just put it together. Come on. What happened? All right. Here we go. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So, pedophile, sex trafficker, monster Ghislaine Maxwell was denied bail today. Ticking clock, kids. What did I say? Her bail is denied. It's what literally a year ago they did this exact same thing. They literally put her in the same, moved her to the same jail that Epstein was in a year ago. He got arrested last July. He got denied bail, and I said, he's a dead man. I said that a year ago. So she's going to die in prison. But there's so many more odd things here because all the news stories today, she was at her hearing today, right? And she was denied bail, right? This is a bail hearing. Still no pictures of her. No video.
The FBI spent a long time trying to track down Ghislaine Maxwell, the British socialite accused of being Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice.
They always call her socialite and all this other stuff. So no footage, no paparazzi could get a hold of this. They did it on Zoom. Oh, social distancing, COVID. But why didn't we see any of this? Why haven't we seen her? Nothing? The FBI doesn't do mugshot. Nobody, the paparazzi should be, nobody could get this? They Zoomed this. Somebody didn't put the Zoom on the internet. Come on.
A judge in New York has ruled it's too risky to let her go again. Her request for bail refused. The prosecution claimed she was an extreme flight risk, experienced at hiding, with every incentive to flee. The 58-year-old is charged with helping to recruit, groom, and abuse 3 teenagers in the 1990s. One anonymous woman, Jane Doe, told the court, "Without Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein wouldn't have done what he did. She was in charge. I know what she's done. I know how many lives she's ruined." Another accuser, Annie Farmer, said, "She was a sexual predator who abused me and countless other victims. She's never shown any remorse. She's lied under oath and tormented her survivors. She's demonstrated contempt for our legal system by perjury." Prosecution claims she posed as a journalist called Jen Marshall too, and she tried to buy this house where she was eventually arrested. Maxwell's defense team proposed a $5 million bond. They said she was an innocent woman who would surrender her travel documents and be subject to GPS tracking. But the judge, Alison Nathan, said that she had substantial international ties and extraordinary financial resources that prevented her from granting that. A trial date has been set for July next year. One lawyer for 6 women says she is still concerned about any meaningful outcomes from this case. Where do you see this case going after all these years?
My clients are very skeptical that the criminal justice system is going to do anything to bring anybody to justice for the crimes that were committed against them because it has let them down over and over again in 2018 when Jeffrey Epstein got his sweetheart deal.
2008. She said that wrong. It's 2008.
In 2019 when he wasn't watched carefully and so he took his own life.
Come on, man. You're a lawyer for victims. You really think he took his own life? Okay, fine. He wasn't watched carefully. Sure. Got it.
Escape justice.
Ghislaine Maxwell pleaded not guilty to the 6 charges against her, but she is confined to a jail and locked into a judicial process, one decades in the making.
No photos? Okay, so that was like Sky News. That was like out of England or something like that. So now I found ABC. No. So they had a helicopter flew over the house she got arrested in. So there's no paparazzi. They can find no photos of her. Nothing from since she's been arrested. Nothing from this hearing today.
News tonight in the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Jeffrey Epstein's alleged co-conspirator. She pleaded not guilty today and asked to be released on bail. What the judge decided and what we learned today about a name she was using and what we learned about her having a spouse. Here's Eva Pilgrim.
Tonight, Ghislaine Maxwell denied bail, a judge ruling that because of her unknown but substantial wealth and international connections, she poses a substantial actual risk of flight, hearing from 2 of her alleged victims that Maxwell should stay behind bars.
They were very gratified, felt vindicated. They've been fighting this for years.
Maxwell appeared via video conference in a brown shirt, removing her glasses as she pleaded not guilty.
So if that actually happened, I mean, if the victims got to see her on this video, if that happened, then that's a good thing. At least the victims got to see her arrested. But why can't anybody else? I'm sorry. This just reeks, man. I'm glad. I want the victims to get justice. Her court date set for next year, July 2021. She will not make that. Oh, she's going to get COVID or hang herself with a paper t-shirt or, oh, man. Someone's going to accidentally put a gun with 1 bullet. It's going to just fall out of some guy's bag into her room. And who knew? The guards were asleep and the video cameras broke. Like,
Government's case, Maxwell conspired and participated in an ongoing scheme to abuse multiple victims for years, enticing girls who were as young as 14 for abuse by convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in the 1990s. The prosecutor read one of the alleged victims' statement in court. Without Ghislaine, Jeffrey could have not done what he did. She was a predator and a monster. A second victim, Annie Farmer, chose to speak, publicly identifying herself as a victim in this case for the first time, reading this statement to the judge.
She has never shown any remorse for her heinous crimes or for the devastating, lasting impact her actions have caused.
Maxwell's defense attorney...
Again, why? So did she read that? Did she do that again for ABC? Or is that the video footage of the statement that she read? Because everybody did this via Zoom, right? It's just, I'm sorry. It's just, there's just...
telling the judge, our client is not Jeffrey Epstein, and she has been the target of essentially endless media spin, shooting down the prosecutor's dramatic description of her arrest, claiming instead that she was in her pajamas when the FBI arrived, following her safety protocol when she moved rooms. Her attorney saying she would have surrendered. The prosecutor today presented a woman skilled at concealing her identity, intent to flee, saying Maxwell gave the realtor that sold her that massive New Hampshire home a fake name, Janet Marshall, accusing Maxwell of masking her assets and those of her previously unreported spouse, whose identity she declined to provide, telling the judge their case is not dirt, it's not spin, that is the evidence.
Now, Maxwell could appeal this decision. For now, her attorney says she's basically being held in solitary confinement. Her trial is scheduled for July 2021. David?
All right, Eva Pilgrim, our thanks to you again tonight.
Hi, everyone. George
Oh,
Stephanopoulos.
I want to listen to
here.
you. So this is the only thing I can find. This sketch. This is the only thing I can find. This was on CNBC. This is through Reuters. Ghislaine Maxwell appears via video link during her arraignment hearing, where she was denied bail for her role aiding Jeffrey Epstein to recruit and eventually abuse of minor girls in Manhattan Federal Court in the Manhattan Borough of New York City, New York, blah, 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 blah. This is a courtroom sketch. So that's her in a brown shirt. No other photos we could get? Okay. I've got some photos. Here's her with Trump. Here's her with Epstein and Trump and Milena. Here's her with Trump again. Here's her with Trump and Naomi Campbell, who is also linked to being a pedophile. Here's her with Trump again. Here's her with Trump again. Here's her with Trump in some weird, creepy, rat-faced wig. Oh, here's her at Bill Clinton's daughter's wedding. There's Chelsea. There's Bill. There's rat-faced Maxwell. Rat, filthy rat, disgusting, maggot-ridden rat face. The rat face of a filthy pedophile, sex trafficker. Oh, here's hanging out with Virginia Roberts, who was a minor. There's Prince Andrew, who's also a pedophile. He claims that is in his hand in the BBC interview. Totally makes sense. Totally believable. Yeah. No photos from today. Okay. I'm sure the camera by her cell is broken, but it takes a year to fix a camera at a jail cell. The one that just the high-profile people. She's dead. They're going to kill her in prison. And somebody said she looked nervous, like that was watching the video. She looks nervous because now they're going to kill her, just like they did Jeffrey Epstein. Well, I'm not going to lose any sleep if that happens. I really want her victims to get justice. I want her to go to jail, but I want to see her. I really question this highly. The most powerful people in the world, she has information on. She has videos of them. She has damning evidence of them. That's why this is so shrouded. Like, you'd think the paparazzi would be falling all over themselves to get video from today. Like, paying people, come on. So, we've seen all this footage of Harvey Weinstein hobbling in and out of court on his walker. Why don't we see her in the back of a car? Nothing? Nothing? Why no press around? So the FBI just swooped her and didn't want the press there? Because the press do that. The police usually do that by intention. Like, oh, we caught this person and we wanted the press to see. We want everybody to see. This is what happens when you get caught. That's why it's called a perp walk. It's deliberate. All we have is this sketch from today.
News tonight.
Sorry. This is it. Okay. And then we'll see some weird looking body. Boy, Maxwell didn't kill herself in 2 weeks. Clock's running. Well, they denied her bail. She's not going to see that trial next summer. That's for sure, for certain. They set a trial a year from. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Or Mossad's going to extract her or whatever. Like John Kiriakou said when he was on my show. Watch that on the Epstein playlist. Come here for the truth. I'm not going to mince words, and so I'm not calling her a socialite or Epstein's gal pal. She's a pedophile and a sex trafficker. That's who she is. So if this actually was her today, I hope her victims, and hats off to the victims for coming forward. Hats off. Shave your knuckles for justice. What's up, citizens of Gotham? 158 likes. Hit the like button. I think she may actually kill herself if left in jail for a year before trial. Maybe. One thing with just all this evidence is never going to come to the deaths. There's no way these billionaire pedophile sex traffickers are going to want any of this shit to come to light. They want this to go away. They want this to go away. Yeah, Weinstein's different. He's not Mossad. He just hired them. 171 likes. Oh, John, you want to spend money to say crazy white nationalist shit? Go for it, buddy. Graham, in the future, up the volume on the background videos. Okay, yeah, it's okay. They were hard to hear. It's hard. It's a tricky thing because I usually just rip them off of YouTube and then it's whatever level I get the recording at. But thanks for letting me know that. I appreciate that. John Kiriakou said Epstein probably knew he was dead the minute the warrant was issued. Makes you think. Yeah. George Allen, shave your knuckles for justice. Great segments lately, Graham. Thank you. You got it, George. I appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. A quick question. Does Graham recommend people subscribe to Rockfin? Yes, I do. Rockfin is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. And white nationalists are the scourge of the earth. So, yeah, Rockfin, I absolutely recommend it because they pay us, the content creators own. We're all paid in crypto. So we're all part owners. So it can't be bought out by Google. There's no censorship there at all. I can say there's no copyright issues. And it has I put all my videos, the ones that are free on YouTube are also free on Rockfin, and then they have a premium subscription level. So you can just create an account and watch all the free videos. And then for $10 a month, you get access to and then for $10 a month you get to watch everybody's premium content. So for all you got to do is $10 a month, you get me, Ron, Convo Couch, all that stuff. John Smith, sure, all the propaganda about Hitler, like he invaded Poland, bombed the crap out of England, and tried to starve everyone to death in Leningrad. Yeah, I know. That's such nonsense. Hitler was so yeah, like all the crap he did, the killing, not just the 6 million Jews, but all the first he went after artists, he went after gypsies and homosexuals and writers, and it's all the same, man. I don't care about white people. That's such a thing. You've been propagandized, John. But we're not going to let you hijack this thing. Yeah. Rockfin, look, Patreon's great. I kind of like to give people whatever options they are to support. Rockfin is sort of my long-term thing because if you know, because YouTube obviously keeps screwing with us or whatever. So yeah, and I also too I bring it up. For Marco Smith, shave your knuckles for justice. Thanks for supporting the show. Mossad will have Jolene's dinner tray poisoned. Yeah, they will. First they came for the socialists. Yeah, and also the thing why I suggest Rockfin too, because I know with the pandemic, people's money is tight, so they like can't, you know, it's like hard. I don't have the money. Some people have said to me, Graham, I don't have the money to support like 5 or 6 people's Patreons. But if you watch all those shows, Ron, Nico, Kim Iverson, Jimmy Dore, Convo Couch, you know, you can just do $10 a month and then you're supporting all of us. Anytime you like and click on our videos, we all get a little residual income. So, yeah, we can, we'll don't worry. We got to block some of the nutters. Geraldo was still looking for contents of Al Capone safe. Yeah. This Third Reich and Jewish palette is so wrong and was published by a far right wing. Yeah, of course. Of course. Cool Blue 71, shave your knuckles for justice. Graham, how are you holding up in this COVID-19 in California? I'm in Michigan, rising cases, of course, and I suppose I'd be grateful I'm not in Florida where people flock to Disney World. You know, they've opened some stuff up and they're shutting it back down. I just remember like having these conversations with several friends of mine, Ron Placone being one of them, going in May, going, they're going to open up too soon and then you're going to have to shut everything back down. And I'm just like, here we go. Here we are. You know, I wear a mask everywhere I go, unless I'm like at the beach and it's all spread out because it's in closed spaces. It's where there's not good ventilation. You know, it's just like this country's so dumb, man. It's so dumb. Yeah. So it's just, I'm doing all right. You know, I do this show 5 days a week. I try to, talk on the phone and see friends, social distance when I can. It sucks living alone during all this, I'll be honest with you. And what's going to happen with the two parties that don't hate, that hate working class people. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do? Yeah. The cases are spiking. They're going to shut everything down. Again, everything has been shut down again. Like the gyms opened up and now they're closed. Hair salons opened up, now they're closed. So yeah. So that's how it's going. Thanks for supporting the show. Pat, the Batman friend. Hey, Graham, sent you an email. Yeah, man, I'll check that out, brother. Sorry. Today got kind of off the rails for me, but I'll check it out. Thanks, Pat. I appreciate that. Been living alone for a decade. Yeah, I've been living alone is fine. I mean, I was living alone before this. It's just living alone in a quarantine where I'm not going to comedy shows. I'm not doing all these things. That's what sucks. Get a P.O. box and we'll send you some postcards. I have a fine collection from San Francisco. I have a P.O. box. If you guys go to grahamelwood.com, you'll see my P.O. box. Hit the like button. It's another great way to support the show. I have a PayPal button. Some people like sending money or whatever. They like staying off the grid, so they do the P.O. box. Great ways to support the show. Isolation keeps going, we'll all be nutters. Yeah, exactly. Here's a great point. Why the fuck isn't there a basic income paying people to stay at home? Oh, I know. I know. It's insane. I've said this before. Like if we had free healthcare, Medicare for all, and $2,000 to $3,000 UBI, that'd be everyone would be fine, probably. You know what I mean? Like, Graham, do you have a regular start time? Marco Smith, shave your knuckles for justice. No, usually I've been going like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. It depends today. I started at 6. I usually go for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I shake up the start time, usually late afternoon, Pacific time. Yeah. Been living alone for 12 years. Mixed bag. Yes. Yes, I am still surfing. Thanks for asking that. Yeah. Pat the Batman. They do not give a fuck about you, George Carlin. They don't care. The ruling class does not care. And they need us divided. That's why the whole white nationalism thing is just you're just drinking the Kool-Aid of the ruling class that wants us divided with each other. That's what that's all about. So you just watch the media push it, and so you're just like falling prey to the ruling class. I get up at 3. Yeah, UBI, Medicare for all, those were just no argument, no brainers. Both parties ignoring that is going to be the end of them. Yeah, I know. Stanford, yeah, admitted no one under 40 died from it. At all, George Carlin, yeah. Distractions while they steal your wallet. Exactly. $195 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just check the connection here. All right. Oh, where's this story? Hello, everybody. My name is Grab Elwood, and you're watching The Political Vigilante. Great way to support the show is do what Eric Husseau did and go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and submit articles like this. You get bonus content for as little as $2 a month, and you're just basically supporting what I do. I appreciate it. A Republican senator hints at gutting Social Security behind closed doors. Oh, yeah. That's what we need. We need to gut Social Security in the middle of a pandemic when the whole economy shut down and is steamrolling towards that's what we really need. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky down through Senator Marco Rubio of Florida and former White House Speaker Paul Ryan of Wisconsin have talked about the need to slash entitlements. Well, guess who joined in? Senator Joni Ernst, a Republican from Iowa, during a town hall appearance in her home state over the weekend. Ernst said members of Congress should hold discussions behind closed doors. Let's hear what she really said.
So it brings the larger point, though, of how do we sustain Social Security for some of our younger workers? We know that there is a point in time when we as Congress will have to address this situation. And I think it's better done sooner rather than later to make sure that we've shored up that system. So it's, you know, a broader discussion for another day, but I do think as various parties and members of Congress, we need to sit down behind closed doors so we're not being scrutinized by this group or the other, and just have an open and honest conversation about what are some of the ideas that we have for maintaining Social Security in the future. So a lot of different ideas and a lot of different thoughts, but I will tell you that there are very few members of Congress that even want to broach the subject because it becomes so controversial. The minute you say we need to address Social Security, man, the media is hammering you, the opposing party will hammer you, there goes Granny over a cliff. But there is a real issue out there, and as long as we are being hammered as members of Congress for even saying we need to do something about it, you're not going to find people that are willing to step forward and do it. So we do need to address the situation. We do need to make sure that those that actually do need that method of payment, that they are able to survive, you know, on that Social Security. And so a lot of changes need to be made in the system going forward. So I would encourage members of Congress, if you want to sit down, I'm happy to sit down and start discussing it. I think it's smart that we do that now rather than wait until the very last minute when we have folks that are actually in jeopardy. So thank you, point taken. We'll hope to address it in the near future. Thanks, John.
God forbid that anybody talks about cutting the military budget in half. How are we going to pay for Social Security? I don't know. How are we going to pay for all these wars? We don't even have money to pay people a UBI in this country. We've shut down the economy for 4 months, going on 5 now. We reopened it too soon because we're a nation of morons. And now, but we always got money for Wall Street and we always got money for war. And now they want to get your Social Security. Of course the Republicans do, because they're just soulless jackwagons. And you know who my favorite Republican is? Presidential candidate Joe Biden.
I introduced the balanced budget amendment in 1984. It got nowhere. I'm one of those Democrats who voted for the Constitutional Amendment to balance the budget. I have introduced on 4 occasions, 4 occasions, entire plans to balance the budget, knowing I'm not president and I'm not the leader, but for illustrative purposes. I tried with Senator Grassley back in the 80s to freeze all government spending, including Social Security, including everything.
There's our idiot. There's the idiot. The lesser of 2 rapists, Joe Biden. A rapist with dementia going up against Trump, a rapist with a coke problem. Fantastic, this 2-party system. It's fantastic. The last time somebody really publicly went after Social Security was this guy by the name, his last name was London. He was running against FDR in 1936. And one of the things he was doing was putting in people's pay envelopes this thing about how Social Security was bad. And this is what FDR said. Only desperate men with their backs to the wall would descend so far below the level of decent citizenship as to foster the current pay envelope campaign against America's working people, Roosevelt thundered. And you know what Roosevelt did? He crushed that guy. You know why you've never heard of London? Because he got beat so bad, nobody remembered him. And the capitalists learned this. That's why they have been trying to undermine FDR, his New Deal, since then. And that's why the Democratic Party has just been bought out by the corporations and the war machine, just like the filthy Republicans. We have 2 whorehouse parties that have no scruples or soul or anything. Trump is the party of, got Nazis in that party, so anyone who's supporting Trump and neo-Nazis is against America because we defeated the Nazis in World War II. My 2 uncles fought Nazis in World War II. So when you say that white nationalist shit, you are spitting on the graves of people that died fighting for this country. Yep, you're wrong. You're fighting against your own cause, and you're typically a dumb jackwagon. So that's where we're at. And that's why they had to defeat Bernie Sanders so well, because he would have come in with all these programs that 80 to 90% of the population would have won. That's why he had double-digit exit poll victories. And mysteriously, Joe Biden just snuck up ahead on Super Tuesday. In precincts that used electric voting machines that have been proven to be hackable back in 2006. And now they want to come for Social. How are we going to pay for Social Security? Oh boy. Nobody asked how we're going to pay for a $4.25 trillion stimulus that was within the CARES Act. We gave $4.25 trillion to banks and Wall Street in the CARES Act. Nobody asked how we're going to pay for that. But boy, we got to have a secret meeting behind closed doors to screw people's Social Security. We spent trillions of dollars on the global war on terror. And what has it brought us? 22 vets a day commit suicide. 22 vets a day commit suicide. We're addicted to oil. We're addicted to war. We're addicted to greed. We are a country of dumb, slack-jawed morons who keep drinking the Kool-Aid. They want us divided. They want us divided. They want us divided. They need us divided, distracted, and afraid. And that's why working class people are like, oh, Medicare for all. How are you going to pay for that? Even liberals, neoliberals say that. Oh, it's pie in the sky. All these other countries have it that have these high quality of life stats. We're in a failed state, by the way. America is a failed state. We had 500,000 homeless people before the pandemic. We have people lining up for food for miles in this country. We had buildings and boarded up because the billionaire ruling class has taken everything. Billionaires have made an extra $400 billion during this pandemic. Have you made billions of dollars? Have you just like swimming in cash during this? I haven't. I've been getting by, been doing okay. Amazon has made like $40 billion, just Amazon. Oh, and is Bezos giving that to his employees in hazard pay and union wages? No, he fired a strike organizer, Chris Smalls, who just didn't want to die stuffing envelopes and was just sticking up to for his fellow Amazon workers. Something is wrong with the economic system of our nation. Something is wrong with capitalism. Maybe America doesn't move. Maybe America must move toward a democratic socialism. We must develop programs that will drive the nation to the realization that the need for a guaranteed annual income. Dr. Martin Luther King. That's what we need. Here's a picture of Trump holding an orb with the Saudis. That's not creepy, weird, globalist freak shit, is it? Not at all. The Saudis, he sold them $100 billion in weapons. Obama sold them $113 billion in weapons. They chopped up a journalist. Nothing really happened from that. Khashoggi. The Saudis, the majority of them were on the 9/11 bombers were from Saudi, our allies. Those Saudis? Yeah. Here's this weird global orb thing. That's not weird at all. I just wanted to show you that. I just want you to know how the world works. The two-party system is a joke. It's professional wrestling. Keeping us divided on race and gender, red state, blue state, is a joke. It's designed to keep us divided, distracted, and afraid, and that's what the media does. And that's why when the media finds out about this closed door Social Security thing, it'll be kicked around like this dumb political football between the two dumb parties, but they won't ever talk about the things I just talked about. You ever hear the media talk about why we bail out Wall Street? Why? All of these things? Why? It's a rigged system for the 1%. Well, the system works perfectly for them. It's broken for us. That's why you come here for the truth, kids. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. $220 likes, everybody. Matt S. Shave your knuckles for justice. Recently watched Into the Wild. Now I want a road trip to Alaska. No questions here. Just say what's up, Graham. Thanks, Matt S. Yeah, Into the Wild is a great movie. It's based on a true story. And I love the it's Eddie Vedder did all the music. Yeah, it's a really cool movie. It's a really profound movie. Actually, yeah, Landon. Cool Blue 71, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Alf Landon was the 1936 Republican presidential nominee. He carried only Maine and Vermont. Aligned to the GOP at the time. FDR won 46 of 48 states. Marco Smith. Alf Landon, thank you so much for correcting me. I appreciate that. Sorry, I got that wrong. Cool Blue 71. Boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hit the like button, kids. I suspect many people don't understand money. How seriously wealthy is the U.S.? The 1%? By not understanding this, they remain in the dark. Yeah. And then with the propaganda machine we have, it's easy to get people. We've Fox and CNN have done a fantastic job at getting working class people to be distracted and to fight with each other. Isn't this great? Getting working class people to fight with each other so they don't look to the 1% who's caused all the problems. It's like these white nationalists. Immigrants stole my job. Blacks stole my job. No, they didn't. A billionaire stole your job. Billionaires stole your job. Billionaires stole your retirement. Billionaires stole your union wages. Billionaires stole your health care. Billionaires stole your homes. Billionaires stole your job. Your all of it. Billionaires have stolen all of it. That's who's stolen all of it. So You don't want to wake up to that, then that's fine. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. Absolutely. Jack Klugman, I love you on Quincy. Quincy was a good show. Camille, what's up, Camille? Shave your knuckles for justice. I really don't want to vote for Biden, but I'm so also not ready to accept another 4 years of Trump. God damn it, I hate this system. I know. I mean, I live in a very blue state, so I don't live in a swing state. I get it if you live in a swing state and you want to vote for Biden. I get it. I'm not. I'm going to vote third party. Biden will win California, and he probably will beat Trump because he's failing fast. But, you know, if Biden beats Trump, great. Trump's gone, and then what? I mean, because if Trump wins, then, you know, neoliberals will blame people like me. So I hope Biden wins, and then Trump will be gone, and then I'll keep doing this show going, what's Biden going to do now? Oh, he's not defunding the police. Oh, he's not doing Medicare for all. Oh, he's gutting Social Security. Oh, great. Remember when I warned you about this guy? Remember when all of us progressives were like, he's awful, he's awful, he's awful? Remember when you just sat by neoliberals and let the Democratic Party cheat Bernie again and you did nothing? Okay. I welcome the blame. That's funny. "8 years of Trump was planned and decided in 2016 by both parties. Wake up, Pumpkinhead." Yeah, I mean, it all seems very, very orchestrated. That is for sure. So, Melissa 8, shave the knuckles for justice. Can't give much, just pay taxes, have to pull back. Melissa, I totally get it and do not feel bad. Look, guys, I'm like 90% of my revenue comes from all of you, so I totally get it. And you know, I really when the lockdown happened and I couldn't do road dates, I was going live like maybe 2 days a week, and I started going live 5 days a week, some days 6. And you know, I've grown the show, and that's been great. And I've seen the money from all of you dip a little bit, and I'm not saying that don't ever feel bad. I get it, and I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I remember talking to Steph in February or early March before the lockdown when we kind of saw it was coming, and she's like, "We're going to take a hit because we all are supported by all of you." So, do not feel bad. I appreciate any support that you can. I know everybody's just trying to get by, so I appreciate any and all support. And like I say, there's so many great free ways to support this show. If you watch the ads all the way through on YouTube. When you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Sharing the videos on your social media helps, that just increases viewers and likes and subscriptions and all that. Following me on social media, especially Twitter at Graham Elwood, because that helps promote the show too. Because when I tweet, I have 30-some thousand Twitter followers. So when I tweet out to everybody, the more Twitter followers I have, the more people know about the show. And then there's cool stuff like, you know, my Pandora channel. If you go to Pandora, there's a Graham Elwood Pandora channel. It's free. My 2 comedy albums are on there along with other people. It's fun. It's like, you know, take a break from all the dark news. And every time you listen to one of my comedy tracks, I get paid. I get residual income. It doesn't cost you anything, and I get a little something. So those are great free ways to support the show. And I really appreciate you. And I totally get it. And thank you. David Bond, shave your knuckles for justice, David. Check out usarevolt.org. There are articles there seriously worth looking at and discussing. Stay safe, man. Thank you for all that you do. usarevolt.org. All right, I'll check that out, and all of you check it out. Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. Miss Hendricks, what's up, Miss Hendricks? Thank you for supporting the show. You're making Gotham great again. All people working together. There's always got to be some dicks on the outside causing problems. Yeah, I read this book that says crazy shit, and it's the only thing I know how to believe. Miss Hendricks, I hate Trump, but I can't vote for Biden because of his pro-Israel and pro-police stance. I'm a voter in Ohio, so I feel the burden. Yeah, I know, Miss Hendricks. I know. Again, yeah, it sucks. It's this by design. It's not a mistake that these are our choices. It's just it's so awful. I know. It sucks. You're in Ohio. It's a swing state. I get it. It sucks. I wish I had something. I wish I had, yeah. It's nuts. Boom. Gina C. What's up, Gina? Shave 'em for justice. Why the fuck didn't RGP retire under Obama? Also, Biden opposed her nomination. Can I pluck my knuckles for justice? I don't want ingrown hairs. Yeah, Gina, whatever you can do, however you get those knuckles smooth and justicified. Not a real sentence. Thanks, Gina. I really appreciate that. Cool Blue 71. Shave your knuckles for justice, Cool Blue. Thank you for supporting the show. 250 likes, ladies and gentlemen. 357 people watching. Hit the like button. I voted 2016 and 2020 Democratic presidential nominations to Bernie Sanders. I will not vote D in general election, nor R. I know not to. Yeah, I know. I'm going to vote third party. I don't know. I might even write Bernie in. I don't know, man. I know. J.H. Scott 6. Boom. Hi. Keep up the good work. And a hello to you, J.H. Scott 6. Thank you so much. Matt S. What's up, Matt S.? This may be anecdotal, but any successful immigrants I meet seem aggressively pro-capitalist and very, very anti-socialist, usually because they had a country that is heavy socialist. Always love your thoughts on this. Oh, what a great thing to bring up, Matt. That's a really cool, that's a good point to bring up. Yes, and what typically happens is a lot of them, especially like the Central and South American countries that have socialist stuff, they get pushed out of whack. Now, some of the times, and they're like the socialists, abuse their power, which they totally have, or they're flat out communists who have abused their power. Again, a lot of the history around that, like look at Venezuela. We're sanctioning them, so we then force Maduro's. It's by design. The CIA does this to force Maduro's hand to become more brutal, more authoritarian, hurt people's jobs, and all this stuff. So it's brutal what we've done. And then he'll, of course, eventually, has and will done. He's not Maduro's not Gandhi, but that's part of it too. Is we, I've met some, some Vietnam immigrants who were like, oh, I don't want to hear anything about communism, or so it's awful, it's awful, it's awful, because again, it got way out of whack. Now it was a French colony, Vietnam. And again, we sanction, we use it for war, and we destabilize it and make it awful. And so then it's viewed as like, oh, socialism is awful. Where has it ever worked? And it's like, if you look at the democratic socialism of many European countries, they have all of these. They have free education. You can get up to it like a master's degree for free. They have free health care. And they have union wages and all this stuff, and they have this really great quality of life. So it's a valid point to bring up, Matt. I like the things you bring up here, and that's a very valid point to bring up. I think what we're talking about, what we need here in America, is just, first of all, socialism. Its definition is workers own the means of production. So rather than having a top-heavy capitalist, employment structure, workers own the means of production. So it makes for better employees when you own a piece of the company. And just any company you go into a bit like Trader Joe's, they're paid really well at Trader Joe's. I have friends that work at Trader Joe's. You go to Trader Joe's and you say, hey, do you have this? They stop what they're doing and they walk you because they're paid well. It's not just trained. They're paid. They're given good wages. They're given benefits. They're given all this stuff. And what we need in this country is just more even. Like, again, I know it's like broken record, but like if we all had Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, and free college like they have in all these other countries, and good union wages rather than billionaires owning everything, we would be a much better country. It would help with the race problem. Not exclusively, because look, we've had systemic racism in this country for hundreds of years. Laws on the books, all this stuff. But it's a great point to bring up, Matt. And I really, you always bring up good shit, man. Thanks for. We can have interesting discussions, even debates, when you bring it up that way, rather than just crazy bullshit. I'm nuts, you know. Shep Boyardee, what's up? 300, nice, Shep Boyardee. Thanks for supporting the show. What's up, Annabelle? How you doing? Go home, capitalism. You're drunk. Capitalism, give me your keys. You're done. Somebody call capitalism an Uber. Like, you're done. You're done. Drunky, vomity, capitalism, fighty. Maduro is not authoritarian. Juan Guaido is free to enter and leave Venezuela. An authoritarian would have arrested and had someone shot him by now. I'm not saying I'm not saying Maduro is an authoritarian. He's, I'm sure, done some authoritarian stuff. So I don't want to like be too much. I'm very critical of the United States sanctioning and its treatment of Venezuela for years, since Chavez. And again, there's people in Venezuela who do not like Maduro at all. And that's a valid point to bring up. Also in the U.S., employee-owned companies usually outperform by a wide margin top-down CEO. Yeah. Knows the best management. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. 265 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be easy. No insulting in the... Are you implying capitalism has several DUIs? That's funny. Yes, it does. Capitalism has a bunch of DUIs. But you got to be polite here. Small businesses are the only business that create jobs. Yeah. Large corporations only ever decrease jobs while creating greater efficiency in their ability to funnel profits to their owners. Good point. I'm writing in Graham in November. Bernie lost my vote for being a sellout. Thank you. What are your thoughts on a constitutional convention? Might happen. It might happen. We were discussing Chelsea Clinton makes it rather hard to be nice. Okay, that's good. Many of these countries' leaders try to stay in power because they know the U.S. will take advantage of the weakness inherent in a new administration. Yeah, that's true. Sam Dean, shave your knuckles for justice, Sam. Melbourne moving to stage 4 restrictions. 1,000 Australian Defence Force troops deployed to Victoria to maintain lockdown and secure the border. Oh, wow. Jesus. God, that's nuts. That's nuts. Man. That's crazy, dude. That's a little scary. I hope everything's okay. I love Australia. I love Melbourne. You know, God. Man, thanks for telling us that, Sam. Thanks for keeping me up to date on that. I didn't know that. I hope you and everybody in Melbourne and in that state, Victoria, stay safe. God damn. Shelley LeClaire, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. What are your thoughts on a constitutional convention? Yeah, somebody just asked that, but thank you for supporting the show. It might have, I don't know. I mean, I foresee, like, if Biden does win, Trump saying, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You know, and then we'll have a constitutional crisis at that point. I think it might need to happen. I don't know. I mean, at the Constitutional Convention, there's a lot of it's you know what? I'm going to grab this book that Emberg 33 sent me. Hold on a sec. So Emberg 33 sent me this book. This is a book written by Mike Gravel. I highly suggest reading it. It's a quick read. The Failure of Representative Government and the Solution. And it's really, he breaks down what's and how we can do it. It's really yeah, and he really goes into what the solutions are. It's pretty amazing. We just need to have another Philadelphia convention. Yeah, so get this book, The Failure of Representative Government and the Solution by Mike Gravel. Mike Gravel, who I interviewed on this show last summer when he was running for president. So, and he talks about how, like, we can have secure online voting and how the people should be voting, not Congress. A bill should be introduced, and he had all this thing. The bill should be 500 words or less, so they can't jam a thing. It's so well laid out. And we all get to vote on a bill. Can you imagine if we all got to vote on a secure online bill? Oh, it's too hackable. No, it's not. The IRS, everybody submits their taxes online. Your social security number, all this sensitive financial information. There's trillions of dollars in bank transactions a day. If banks were getting hacked left and right, there's no way we'd be banking online. So that's what I think. And that what he's talking about can revamp, and I think it's part of would be part of a constitutional convention. So great question. Thank you, Shelley. Yeah, we vote on the bills. That's what that's talking about. Getting rid of the Senate and the Congress, and we vote. Like, they introduce a bill. It's in plain English in 500 words or less, and we all get to vote on it. We can debate and discuss it online and talk about it on a show like this. Imagine how cool would this show be if I was like, oh, here's a new bill, everybody. And we go through it and we talk about it and debate it online. And then, all right, don't forget to vote for it tomorrow. Vote on this bill tomorrow. How awesome would that be? But they don't want us to have this. And he goes into it. He goes into how the Constitution was laid out. It was designed for rich landowners, and it was designed so they could keep slavery going because they were starting to abolish slavery in Europe. Yeah. So it's a cool thing. Cool Blue 71, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. I watch less mainstream entertainment nowadays. Good. And I look forward to Roger Goodell and the National Football League trying to handle COVID-19. The NFL is acting like nothing is wrong. They're just going to play games in 70,000 seat stadiums and everything will be fine come September. That's 2 months away. What? Oh God, they're nuts. Sam Dean, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. On books, I got the Mary L. Trump book, Too Much and Never Enough, How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man. I'll let you know how it is. Ah, that looks interesting. It looks interesting. Yeah. They'd find a way to corrupt the convention. Shep Boyardee, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice might be a great time for rollerball. You got that right. Well, let me do one more segment here, kids. This is what happened when Rome was in its final days. I know. Believe me, I know. Matt S. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Dude, there's not a show like this. I'm sorry road dates got canceled, but a lot of us are loving your regular streams. Thank you, Matt. I mean, look, I love performing, and I can't wait till that's back, and it's going to be a while. But yeah, I mean, I really dig it. I really dig doing this. I love the discussions and debates we have. You know, we got to weed out some wingbirds every once in a while, but it's really cool. I like having and like hearing you all bring up so many really cool points. So it's thank you for supporting what I do. I really appreciate it, because if you guys didn't come here support it, you guys didn't do super chats and didn't watch, and I had 12 people watching and $1, I would have stopped doing this a long time ago. So the fact that you show up and you care and you want to talk about stuff and joke around and do Shatner karaoke and all that, it really makes it fun for me. You didn't win the war against the colonial British, nor did you win the war against the Nazis. They make up your government. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I know. Graham, why don't you run for the People's Party? Yeah, I don't know. Alexander the Great's empire ended in Afghanistan. If the People's Party had wanted me, I would. You know, if they asked me to, I would. But all right. We did that one. We did this one. We've done the 2 segment. Now we do the 3rd segment. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you're watching the Political Vigilante. Vegan guns, kids, and shave knuckles. So, Barry Weiss quit the New York Times. And a dramatic exit from the Times, Barry Weiss makes bid for Woke Wars martyrdom. Twitter, she wrote, is the paper's ultimate editor, says a former colleague. I will be watching to see if Barry Weiss ever achieves something that matches the exalted view she has of herself. She said she was bullied and all this other stuff. She wasn't treated fair. Could it be that she's not a great journalist? Do you remember this video from about 1.5 years ago? The Jimmy Dore show? I was on panel along with Lee Camp and Steph and Republican Richard Martin, played by Paul Goebel. Remember this? Where we showed her on Joe Rogan show. This video has gotten 4.4 million views, by the way. This video helped catapult my show.
Oh, the crowd knows who this is. Wow, wow. So this is Barry Weiss. And she went on the Joe Rogan show, and Joe Rogan dismantled her. All you had to do was just ask obvious questions, and she melted down, right? So here's how they're talking about. First, we'll start. Barry Weiss, she's a New York Times columnist, in case you don't know, okay? And so here we go.
Trump's whole thing was, screw the center. I just need to make my base go ape shit crazy for me.
So now she's going to tell you why we can't have a progressive as the Democratic nominee. And it's because of the Trump won, and here she's going to tell you.
They're still apeshit crazy, and no matter what he does.
I know, and I'm worried that the Democrats are going to try and replicate that strategy and be like, we just need to make our base go apeshit crazy.
Yeah, why would you want to replicate a strategy that won? I'm afraid that they're going to do that, and then we'll win. And what the hell then? I don't know. And then we'll have a goddamn progressive as our fucking president, and then everything's going to go to shit.
And apparently the term apeshit crazy means what? Enthusiastic?
Yeah, apparently.
About the candidate?
Yeah.
We can't have that.
Can't have that.
Rather than running someone that can win the center.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Incremental centrism makes me...
She wants somebody to win the center. Boy, because she thinks a centrist is going to beat Trump and a far left person wasn't. Boy, if only we could run an experiment. With a centrist running against Donald Trump. Only.
Where would we find such a person?
You got to get a centrist to get most of the votes, and you can repeat that in Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, and Michigan.
Well, then let me ask you this. How do you propose we keep the status quo?
Good question. So it gets worse. It gets worse from here. By the way, this is Barry. I think this is her MSNBC audition tape. By the way.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
So who's in right now? So we have Kamala, Kirsten
Tulsi
Gillibrand. Oh, monstrous.
Monstrous?
Ideas.
So they let's start it again because
So who's in?
So they start to just talk about who's running for president on the left, and Joe Rogan, who's had Tulsi Gabbard on the show, so he knows what she's about. He knows that all those things that we all know, and so watch how he reacts.
Right now, so we have Kamala, Kirsten
Tulsi
Gillibrand. Oh, monstrous.
Monstrous?
Ideas.
Well, when she was 22, she had...
No, she's an Assad toady.
What does that mean?
Okay, I don't know if you heard, Joe goes, what does that mean? And she says...
What's a toady?
I think that I used that word correctly, Jim.
When you don't... That's what's called a received opinion. Right? So that's not her own opinion. She's heard other people in her neoliberal bubble say that stuff, so she just repeats it. She doesn't even know what the insult means. She writes for the New York Times. Fucking of course she does.
That she's so perplexed why I'm quitting. It's not, this is, again, she just sounds like someone just at a sitting poolside going, oh, she's a toady, not knowing. You're supposed to be the New York Times, right?
Of course she writes for the New York Times. Okay.
I'm Barry Weiss. I've got strong opinions. Wait, will you look that up? Just take a sec.
She literally tells so much.
Can you check what toady means?
Like toeing the line? Is that what it means?
No, I think it's like a...
It's right
like an angry toad of some sort.
It's like a CIA talking point. I think it's a CIA talking point.
Jamie, is there a word describing somebody who has no point of view of their own, or someone just regurgitates views they read on Twitter? You have that? Is there a picture of me next to that? This gets worse. This doesn't get better, by the way. It's going to get worse. Watch.
ADIE.
What does that mean?
I think it means what I think it means.
3 times he asked her, what does it mean? And she's scratching her head. She's chewing her pen.
Definition of toadies.
So they bring it up.
A person who
sycophant,
flatters or defers to others for self-serving reasons.
A sycophant.
Yeah.
So she's an Assad sycophant. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
Say proven. Say proven.
No, about her.
Like, what did she say that
we have to look.
qualifies her?
I don't remember the details. I've read it.
She's atrocious, a monstrous fuse. What are they? I don't know. I bet they're pretty bad, though, right? Right, Joe? Don't you know them? Can you look them up? They're horrible, I bet. Somebody look them up. What the fuck's going on?
Wait a minute. Everybody at the New York Times always agrees with me. Huh?
Say that before we say that about her. We should probably read it, rather.
Well, I have read it.
So Joe Rogan, comedian, Fear Factor host Joe Rogan, who announces guys fighting in cages, is now schooling the New York Times journalists. That's how shitty they are. That's how easy it is. All my friends ask me, Jimmy, what do you do with the news? It's easy. This is what I'm up against.
So I just wanted to show that. Oh, several reasons. That was so much fun. That's the first time I met Lee Camp in person, I think. Yeah, it was the first time I met him in person. It was a fun panel to do. It was great because it's gotten 4 million views. And now she's quitting because everyone was mean to me. And it's so beautiful watching Joe. He wasn't mean. He wasn't aggressive. He just asked, so what's a toady mean? But what does that mean? Oh, but so how is she saying that she's a sycophant? How? Well, I mean, it's obvious. She doesn't know. Somebody whispered in her ear, Tulsi Gabbard's a toady, a Assad apologist, and she just repeats it. And that's supposed to be for the New York Times. You would think New York Times would be like so sharp, so on point. And Rogan would just be like, wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that. Instead, Rogan is a... Oh, and her own staff at the New York Times are now going, criticizing her on Twitter. So I just wanted to talk about that. It was fun. And I miss doing live shows. I was at Flappers in Burbank. Oh, I miss seeing everybody. I miss being on the panel. I mean, it's first doing those shows. The panel is great, but then we all hang out in the green room before the show and we laugh, and then we hang out afterwards. I get to meet many of you who come to the shows. So it's just, anyway. Part of the reason I wanted to show that, because I miss doing the live shows. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hey, 286 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Maria M. Cummings. Hello, Maria. Shave your knuckles for justice. You seem like a decent fellow. Keep it up, Graham, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. JK, shave your knuckles for justice, JK. Check this out. Last week, I learned I'm breaking local zoning laws because there are 3 unrelated adults living in my house. The limit is 2. Oh, good Lord. God, what an insane law. 3 unrelated adults living in sin, dancing in suggestive ways to rock and roll devil music. God, what an insane. Thanks for sharing that with us. Citizens Media TV, what's up? Jeff Epstein, not the paper t-shirt one, who does all about the MMT. Read the MMT playlist, or sorry, watch my MMT playlist. You'll see a bunch of great interviews. You'll learn about MMT. I interviewed a national Black Lives Matter person. They said the institution of police was created in Reconstruction to continue slavery, even though no longer legal. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and we talked about that even with Matt Barkhausen in terms of Native Americans. The police, wear blue uniforms like the cavalry. I mean, the police were created to continue slavery and to continue the oppression of Native Americans and Black people. It's a very, very valid point. You look at the history of it, man. And we talk about systemic racism. We talk about the 13th Amendment. We talk about all that stuff. I mean, the 13th Amendment is part of it. Allowing, we can't have slaves, but you can have if they can be labor, if they're prisoners, it's insane. So, thanks for bringing that to our attention. Yeah, Perry Weiss left the New York Times. Trump is socialist as his last year's tax increase is approved. I'm a single family home. This is in Denver, not some backwater town. Good Lord. Yeah, slavery is still legal. Prisoners replaced by owned slaves. When Native Americans protest, the military is always sent. Absolutely. Should have told them they were third cousins. Once you read the 13th Amendment, it's not long, just a few sentences. You realize how easily screwed you actually are. Yep. Police was created to force people into submission per armed guards like the mafia did. Yep. Trump is no sort of socialist. Yeah, I think that person was being sarcastic. Thanks for supporting the show. 299 likes. Let's get the like up there to 343, folks. Come on now, like it up. Free way to support the program. Thank you, everybody who pumped in the super chat. Anthony, shave 'em. Our corruption laws must be weak or those enforcing. Yep. Yep. That's why taxes were raised on the working class and not the wealthy. If he's not corporate socialist, one party Trotsky. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. We're all slaves to the rich, all of us. You got that right. You got that right. Hit the like button, the like button. All right, folks. What's a song to sing, everybody? DNC full of predators. Yep. I made $124 in scrap metal this week. All right. Yeah, best part of that video was the new word smugnerant. Yeah, that was Paul Gilmartin came up with that. Program. Graham's listening to too much British mainstream media. Matt asks Shave 'em for justice. Matt, any set plans to tour again, or is it all up in the air? It's pretty all in the air right now, Matt. Ron and I literally canceled all our 2020 tour dates. And what Ron and I are going to do is next summer, everything should be opened up hopefully by then. Hopefully there'll be some sort of treatment we can take so you don't die from COVID. And it's going to be a year. It's going to be a year. It's just going to be a lost year, man. So when that happens, our goal is then next summer to just go on the road for like 5-6 weeks, to just tour. Yeah. Next summer. This is probably when it's going to happen. All the big tours and the big music festivals, many of them have pushed to just next summer and even fall. So next summer, and we'll just go out for like 5 weeks, man, and just hit the whole country. That's the plan. So, Granny Petrols does sabotage. Oh, all right. I'll do that. I'll do Granny Petrol does sabotage. Shatner, no Johnny Be Good. Well, I can only do one song. What do you want to do? You want to do Granny sings Sabotage or Shatner sings Johnny Be Good? Which one? I feel like we should all follow Progressive Comedy Tour around Europe. Yeah, we're going to go to Europe. That's how the new plan's going to be next year when everything finally hopefully gets lifted, is we're going to just hit all of America in 5 weeks. We're going to hit Europe in a month and just do tour around like bands do. It was Ron's idea. He was like, we should just travel like a band. I'm like, I'm in, man. And Jimmy's just been on break, man. He's good. Maxwell Silverhammer. Sabotages Granny. All right. Granny wins. All right, kids. Let me go bring her in. She'll be here in a sec. And then we'll get the song ready. Let me get the song ready. right. I'll be right back with Granny Petrol. Hello, it's Granny Petrol. Going to sing a little song, this one. Well, we've had kind of a rough week. Big Green is lined up against us. Greta bragging, being mean, so I don't feel like it's fair. I must be honest with you. I feel as though maybe I've been sabotaged. I can't stand it. I know you planned it, Greta. I'm gonna set it straight this Watergate. I can't stand rocking when I'm here because your crystal ball is not so crystal clear, Greta. So sit back and wonder why I've got this freaking thorn in my side. Oh my God, Greta, it's a mirage. I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage. Big Green, the Salad Consortium. So listen up, because you ain't seen nothing, Greta. You'll shut me up with a push of a button. I'm out and I'm gone. And I'll tell you now, I keep it on and on, Greta. Mom and pop oil companies, we're not going away, Greta. Because what you see, you might not get, and we can bet that you don't get souped yet. Screaming on a thing that's a mirage, Greta. I'm telling now, y'all, it's a sabotage, Greta. It's a sabotage. Letting Big Kale tell you how to think, Greta. You've been sabotaged. Whoa! Greta! Greta! Our backs are now against the wall, Greta. It's a sabotage. Listen, Greta, it's a sabotage. Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage. I can't stand it, Greta. I must set it straight. I know they planned it. I'm gonna set it straight, this Watergate. Because you can't stand rocking when I'm in this place. I feel disgraced because you're all in my face, Greta. But make no mistake and switch up your green channel. I'm Buddy Rich, Greta, when I fly off the tail. What could it be? It's a mirage. You're scheming on a thing that's a sabotage, Greta. We're coming for you, Big Green. We're coming for you hard. I'll be drinking oil. One of these days, I'm going to unseat the fruit mafia. I'm sorry, Granny. Oh. 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 I'm sorry. Granny has just been a little feisty lately. She is just really mad about what happened, and she's just not... She's not happy. But listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Thank you so much for suggesting that one. I didn't know she was going to dedicate the whole song to Greta and just be like calling out. She just feels very wronged by, yes, 1 cup of oil a day. Granny did tear the roof off. She definitely tore the roof off. But she kept saying sabotage the way Shatner did in that one commercial. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting the program. We had 317 likes. Very good. I really appreciate it. The Vigilante, The Dark Knight, is coming out. Oh, it's going to be out next week probably. And I'm going to put all my DVDs on sale for $10. And also, I'm going to make it so when you buy a tee, you can add a DVD for just $5 just to get rid of all my DVDs and make some room here. But thank you so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. It's a great conversations today, great discussions, even debates. I really appreciate it. So thank you for supporting the show. You're all making Gotham great again. Shave your knuckles for justice, because I can't stand it. I know you planned it, but I'm going to set it straight. This Watergate, I'm telling all y'all, it's a sabotage.